Easter is a special time of year where people will come to church when they won't come any other time. So we need to make sure we're ready for that. As a church, as a marketer, we just need to be ready to be able to invite people to our church service on Easter so that we can really help them to connect into the church as a whole and ultimately into what God has for them, whether that's salvation or maybe some next steps in their spiritual journey. So we want to make sure that Easter is something that's on our radar well in advance, so we are promoting it very, very well. As marketers, we need to maximize the opportunity for Easter. And I want to give you in this video several things to think about strategically. So this is not really a spiritual conversation. You as a minister, as a church leader, I think you understand like the spiritual side of, Easter, and you probably do a really good job of getting that out there and letting people know about the gospel. But on a marketing side, I just want to bring that perspective to it of what can we do strategically so that Easter becomes a way that our church can grow. Growth is good, it's healthy, and it's something that, of course, we want more people to know about what we have. So, the mistake that a lot of churches make is that they promote their sermon. Instead of promoting Easter, they promote the sermon that they're going to preach on Easter. But what we want to do, we want to encourage you to promote Easter, Easter at your church. The reason is that people are aware that it's Easter. They know that Easter is a thing. They probably are looking for something to do with their family, and you just want to be a solution for them so that this Easter they have something to do with their family. Okay, once they get there, we can absolutely talk about Resurrection Sunday, unpack the gospel, make sure they understand who Jesus is, and have an opportunity to accept him as their Savior. But when you're promoting Easter before the service, just make it really simple. We'd like to do Easter at your church. So we brand churches, but then for many of our church clients, we stay with them and help them brand their Easter, their Christmas, and everything in between. So we create beautiful designs, and it's always around this idea of Easter when it comes to promoting Easter. It's Easter at your church, right? Easter at Cornerstone Church, Easter at Trinity Church, Easter at Calvary Church. We just want to make it very simple and easy for people to understand what's going on. Like it's an Easter event or Easter service on that date, right? So we want to do that. So we also provide some kits, design kits for some of the people that we work with. So it's always going to be designed with that idea of Easter at your church to make it very simple. So we want to make sure that we're being clear and simple, and we want to make sure that we advertise everywhere. So when Easter is upon us, the Easter season, usually the 4 weeks before Easter, we want to make sure we're dripping some things out there on social media. We want to print maybe posters and different things in our facilities. We want to make sure we have ads that are running, ads on social media, like a Facebook ad, Google ad, those type of things. We can spend a little bit of money but get a pretty good reach out of that, especially on a Facebook or an Instagram. We want to make sure the facility, talks about Easter and the services. So everybody in the church should know about it, and everybody in our community should know about it. We even like this idea of a mailer, like sending out a mailer to everybody in the church database that has been there for the last year. So that typically is not going to be a huge number to where it costs a lot of money, but it's a good time to drop that mailer in the inbox, in their mailbox, because print things every once in a while is a good idea. So those are some good ideas for how do we advertise Easter, and we want to start again many weeks out. The invite card is something that we really like because then we create an invite culture. So what we suggest is have an invite card at the door when people are coming into the service the weeks leading up to Easter. Make sure everybody gets an invite card, and then create some space in the service to pray over that invite card so that people are prompted to go invite somebody in their life that needs to be a church, that needs the gospel this Easter. So create some space, like take a moment, maybe 2-3 minutes, pray over that card, and then right before you release people for the service, like just go ahead and do that little moment and have them take that card with them. You might have some extra cards in case some of those people are extroverts and they want to invite a lot of people, but at least give one card. Typically, it's not intimidating to have one card that you're trying to, to use that week. And that's great. If everybody invited one person, that'd be a really good win for your Easter service. So Easter promotions should connect with those who don't come to your church. So Easter's got basically two audiences. People that have been to your church and that come, basically, maybe they come on a regular basis, maybe they come twice a year. So it's going to connect with those people. But we also want to connect with people that don't come to your church at all, especially the ones that haven't been there for a long time. So the design, the look and feel should be something that is really nice, like it presents really nice. Again, when we do this for our clients, we want to create something that looks very nice. It looks professional, it represents the church well, represents the brand well. And typically we're going to do something that's not very churchy. Like we want to do something that is designed for the person that doesn't like coming to church for whatever reason. Okay, so I would lean more towards that in the look and feel. Now, your vision might be a little different than that, and that's okay. We're not saying like, hey, don't do what God's telling you to do. We're just saying as a strategy, you might do something that's a little bit more broadly appealing for those that don't typically come to church. Okay, so that's why we do encourage like an egg hunt or some sort of special event on the church property. Right after church is usually the best time. So it's like, hey, come to church, and then there's this free egg hunt with all this candy, and your kid's gonna have a great time, bounce houses, whatever you want to do, whatever your budget allows. Okay, it's just that again, these are marketing ideas. This will get people to show up, get them to participate in something at the church. You'll be able to bless them and have that invite, for them to come back and check you out. So again, egg hunts are a good idea. A lot of the churches we work with do it right after church. That way it's, you come to the service and then you have the egg hunt right afterwards. It's a really good way to get new families into the church. Make sure you capture the people that are coming in. In marketing words, that's called a lead. So if somebody comes to Easter, and especially if you do like an egg hunt or something, and they're checking you out, we want to make sure we capture their information so we can follow up with them. We could do that through a connect card, some sort of card. They fill it out. Digital is good. Like if you have a QR code and they could just fill that out on their phone, that's great. If you have a physical card, that's great too. I would offer both. Maybe put a connect card in every seat or in the seat backs if you have one of those little seat back holders. And then encourage everybody in that service. Take a moment, pause, say, hey, if you're new, fill out that connect card. Give them a moment to do that. And then make sure that you follow up with them. And I would recommend following up for about 6 weeks. Okay, 6 weeks. That's a good time frame for them to kind of come to Easter, get settled in. And if you did a good job of intriguing them to come back, within 6 weeks, they should be able to come back for that second service. So I would, what we do is we have software and we just set up a 6-week follow-up sequence. So sending out emails, text messages, and just kind of touching them within a 6-week time frame. You might even send out like an old school letter or a mailer. That's not a bad idea at all to drop one of those within that 6-week period. For new guests, if you do have a giveaway of some kind, a coffee mug, maybe a water bottle, something like that with the logo on it, that is a good move. You can basically have something in front of them for a long time, as long as they keep it, reminding them of the church. So that's a good move as well. On Easter, make sure you're promoting the next big thing. Okay, and for churches in general, Mother's Day is the next big thing. So when they come on Easter, you want to make sure you announce something to invite them to come back. And typically that's going to be the next big event that you're having. Mother's Day is roughly 4 to 5 weeks after Easter. If you can have a great Mother's Day experience and then invite people to come back and celebrate your mom on Mother's Day, it's just an easy win because everybody loves your mom and everybody wants to celebrate her well. So if you can invite them to Mother's Day, then that's a nice win. Now, if you have something different that you're doing at your church, that's great. Just make sure in the service experience you have a call to action to get them to come back. Now, a couple other things that you can promote would be next steps. So I wouldn't have one big announcement section and then announce all this stuff all at once. If you can kind of drip it throughout the service experience, that's a little bit better. So we do want a big announcement for hey, the next big thing is Mother's Day. But then after that, like you can drip some other things like the new series that might be starting next week. So that's a good one too. Like, hey, it's a new series starting next week. We want to invite you to come back. Maybe when the pastor gets up there before he gets into his sermon, he just talks a little bit about the new series. Or maybe after his sermon, before he kind of closes out the message, he could talk about the new series and invite people to come back. We want to talk about membership. Hey, if you liked it here today, we have a membership class. Oh, you typically churches don't call it a membership class. I wouldn't recommend calling it a membership class. Maybe call it something different, like a meet and greet or a growth track or a starting point event, something like that. Okay, make sure you mention that somewhere in service, something along the lines of, "Hey, if you liked it, we want you to come check out the next step for you to learn more about the church." And again, just kind of announce that, promote it somewhere in the service experience. And then baptisms. Typically Easter is a great time for a harvest of souls. So if you have a baptism right after that, like some churches do it right after service, and they provide clothing and everything so that people can get baptized right away. But if you have it like the next week or within the next 3 weeks after Easter, that's a good thing. So people come, they make a decision for Christ, and then you can say, hey, listen, baptism is happening. Maybe give them a card or something with the info on it, and then invite them to come back for the baptism experience that you have at your church. So those are very simple next steps. We just want to have those lined up so that we can announce them throughout the service and make sure that people are invited to be part of their next step. Okay, again, these are some tips to help you from a marketing perspective to take advantage of Easter. It's a special time of year where people are engaging with church. There's a special anointing on Easter that just draws people in. So we just want to make sure we create a great environment for that and also set up kind of their next steps. And if we do that really well, then we'll see Easter become a catalyst for growth to take place in our church.